Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm literally in the middle of filming. I'm on a schedule like to meet deadlines, and I was about to start filming all of these hair videos. I don't know what just came over me, but literally since, I'm gonna show you how long I've been wanting to film this video. Since I started this notebook, this is like page 3 of the notebook, and I'm now on almost the end of this notebook, and these were the notes for this video. And I've just been putting it off over and over and over, but I've literally been wanting to film this video. I talk too fast when I'm excited. Since the beginning of the year. The year's coming to an end, and I just want to go ahead and get this out because I feel like if it can reach one person, inspire one person, help one person, somebody, somewhere, then it's worth it. So the title of the video is going to be something along the lines of, you got a master's degree only to do hair, or what the hell do you do? Like, a lot of people in my video when I did the haul and I said I could wear this to work, a lot of people were asking like, what is it that you do? And not only that, but during the last year's Vlogmas, a lot of you saw that I got a master's degree and had a graduation. And some of you have been wondering like, okay, you got the degree, what happened? What are you doing? Like, you talk about clients, what the fuck? I mean, what the heck do you do? So I'm just gonna tell the story about how I got a degree and then basically told the corporate world to kiss my ass and became an entrepreneur. And I'm also gonna share some resources that helped me in that transition. So basically, where do I start? I came straight out of high school, went to undergrad, and coming out of my undergrad program, I wanted to be either a PhD psychologist or a counselor. Somebody came and talked to my senior class, and then all of a sudden I realized I could be in my profession quicker and work for myself quicker, so I became a counseling major. 1 year into my counseling program here in Charlotte, North Carolina, I randomly learned how to do hair. Mind you, before this I could not cornrow, I could twist, I could do a plait, but that was it. I needed to learn how to do my own hair. My schedule was hectic. I was going straight from internship to work to class to everything else, and it was literally sun up to sundown, and I knew that I didn't have time to go sit in somebody's salon chair and get my hair done, so I had to figure it out for myself. So the first thing I ever learned how to do was crochet, but I couldn't braid, so my mom would braid for me, and then I would do it on top of my braids that she gave me. Nailed that, and then eventually learned how to cornrow a little bit. It was messy, but it got the job done so I could do my hair. Next, I learned how to do a sew-in, and then it expanded to twist and eventually box braids. Yeah, the goal was never to do anybody else's hair. It was just to learn how to do mine because, again, I needed to learn how to do it. And then eventually I started doing my sister's hair. My mom would let me. It was that thing where it's like, all right, we'll let you when we don't got nowhere serious to go, but best believe when we go have an event to go to, we going to sit in a real stylish chair. So it came down to me constantly doing my sister's twist. I was putting flyers around campus because people would ask me, well, who did your hair? And then I would start doing other people's hair. And I remember like yesterday, somebody called me and said, my camera ran out of storage. But anyway, she told me, don't tell the person no, tell them yes, and learn how to do them. I called my friend over. I'm like, look, I'm about to figure out how to do box braids. Come over here. And I'm going to insert a picture of what my first box braids look like compared to now. Those braids took me 8 freaking hours to do. I finished them. They look like trash, but I was so proud. She wore them because she thought they looked good. We were lit. We in the game now. I'm thinking I'm a braider. It's lit. So fast forward to that night. Everything from the tip of my finger to my elbow was throbbing. And I promised myself, like, I didn't promise myself. I told myself that I was not doing box braids anymore. 2 weeks later, I found myself doing my own. Came out bomb. I was like, all right, we get in there. And then I started doing them. People would ask me, who did your hair? I don't know why they like my work, because looking back, that shit was trash. But they believed in me, and I thank y'all for believing in me because now we really in the game. But anyway, so yeah, I slowly started building my brand. So that was my side hustle. I'm like, all right, I can make money off of this. The money is good. I could work on my own hours because no job would allow me to work with the school schedule and the internship schedule that I had. So that was my side hustle all through my 2.5 years of school. December came and it was time for me to graduate. And I told myself, all right, you're going to take this licensure exam. Took it, passed it. And after I graduated, I told myself, you have 6 months to stack your bread, because I was saving to move out. And then I was going to go into the work field. Mind you, I didn't know how little the mental health field paid when I went into grad school. Otherwise, I probably would have saved myself a lot of hassle. but I was making good money with doing hair. But then people, like my grandma would say things like, oh, but you don't want to be on your feet forever, do you? You don't want to do that. You spend all this time in school. Don't do that. Like, people were just in my ear like crazy. So doing hair full time was never an option. So I thought. December comes, and mind you, August was the end of my internship. So from August to December, I was doing it full time, aside from like the couple of classes I had left until graduation. And even with that, I was scared because I kept telling myself, what if I don't get booked? What if people don't book me on a full-time basis, but they was fucking with me on a part-time basis? What am I gonna do? Y'all, when I tell y'all, until this day, there has not been a day that I've had off unless I purposely took the day off. That's how good it's been working out. And when I say I'm so grateful, I'm not gonna get emotional, but I am so grateful. So 6 months passes, and as it kept getting closer, I'm like, why am I putting myself on a deadline? If I'm happy, I'm working for myself, which was the end goal already, why not continue to do this? So y'all know I moved in July, and as I was gearing up to look into moving out of my parents' home, I was like, okay, well, I need to find a sweet space. My dad is the type of guy, like, I've always been raised around black entrepreneurship. Like, my parents own an event center, a home care business. My dad has 2 barbershops with his barber. So I've always had a business mindset. And that's how I always came to the idea of, I don't know how you're going to get to it, but you're going to work for yourself. So I remember I told my dad, like, hey, I'm going to get a sweet space because I'm going to do hair for a couple more months. And I don't really want to go into the workforce right now because they're not offering no coin. I need my coin. And he told me, don't give anybody else the money to rent out their space. Let's start our own. So, and I really wanted to document this whole process for you all, but I be having so much going on, being in a million different places, and it's like I want to execute these ideas, but it just never comes out exactly how I'm thinking of it. But that's going to change. So yeah, he's like, let's start our own. Literally, we came up with the idea in June. By July, we were building out the space, and by August, the second week in August, I was in my own suite space with tenants being added so that that could turn into another stream of income. And now looking back, everything worked out perfectly. Like, I would have never been able to start doing YouTube if I never learned how to do hair. I would have never been able to work for myself before the age of 25 if I never learned how to do hair and said, okay, let's forget this. And I'm not saying that it has to be white or black, because people will always say, well, why don't you just do both? But the goal was never to work harder. I never wanted to have to work a 9-to-5 and then get off of my 9-to-5 and come make extra money doing hair. Like, it was always to work for myself. And literally, I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to wake up when I want to every morning, to schedule my days how I want to travel as much as I want to, because I'm an entrepreneur. Like, every day I thank God for that. And I'm not shitting on 9-to-5s because they handle bills, and some people need that structure. Some people love the structure, and it comes with great benefits. So by no means am I saying that it's one lifestyle over the other. But for me personally, this has been the best choice I could have ever made. If somebody would have told me now that I would be doing hair 10 years ago, I probably would have laughed at them, because it just was never in my view. But obviously it was meant to be, because now it's become a stream of income that led to a YouTube stream of income that led to suites or a place of business as a stream of income that will eventually lead to another building and another building, and it's all become part of the master plan. And I'm here to tell you that if you're not sure what you're going to do, or if you have second thoughts of what you're going to do, it will all work out. People talk so much shit about me when I was trying to make the transition, and this is what I heard. So I can only imagine what was being said behind my back. I'll never forget, a lady said to me, you did all that school only to just do hair? Just do. Like, it's just, oh, you went from up here to down there. Bitch. And I'll never forget, I put a status up, and I was saying, like, people are always saying that you should get this perfect job, even if it doesn't pay the bills, just because that's the American dream. But really and truly, it's like the same thing with football players. You'll never tell them to stop doing what they're doing, stop traveling, stop enjoying themselves, because they have to use their degree that they got in school, even if they graduate and go play in the league. So why would you tell somebody that's working for themselves and they're happy doing it? And it's so weird, because I think I still have to come to terms with the identity of I'm a stylist. Like, I just say, I'm like, when I'm out and about and people ask me, what do you do? I say I'm an entrepreneur, because even the identity of it is still weird for me. Not that I don't love it. And then people also will be like, oh, well, it's so great, you get to do what you love doing. And it's not that I hate doing hair or that I necessarily love doing hair, but I love working for myself, and hair has been something that's allowed me to do that. And literally I've been able to build my brand to the point where if I get a cancellation, I can post it, and within 60 seconds, no exaggeration, it's filled every time. So God has made it so that every single one of my needs are met and exceeded, and I couldn't be more grateful for that. My aunt has always taught me that you have to write your own ticket to life, and whatever that looks like for you may be different from what it looks like for your friend, your cousin, your co-worker, etc. Everybody else may go through the path of 4 years of high school to 4 years of college to 2 years of a master's to 3 years of a PhD to right to their executive job, but for everybody that's not the path. And I can assure you that whenever you get to that ending mark, it's gonna feel amazing because it was your path, you worked for it, and you made sure that you made it happen according to your plan that fits just for you. Oh yeah, so here's a question that I often get. People are always like, well, do you think that going to school was a waste of time? You have a whole degree, you're not gonna use it, blah 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. No, I will never. If you know me, which many of you don't, besides a hair tutorial or a lazy girl tutorial, I'm a nerd at heart. I love school, I love learning, and I would never trade everything that I've learned in those years. I would never trade it in. And it's not that I will never ever use my degree, but if I do, it will never be in a conventional way, one. And two, it won't be right now, and I'm so okay with that. You have to be okay with the path that your life takes, not what your grandmother says it should be, not what your parents say it should be, not what the rest of your family has done in their path and you feel like it should be for you. And I wrote a note in this book when I was first playing this video months ago, and I'm just going to read it rather than try to remember it and make it sound candid. But this isn't to explain myself. This is to make it known that it's okay to do whatever you choose when it doesn't make sense to people, and to inspire those who feel unsure about the direction that their life is headed. Yeah. People can't fathom the idea of someone with a master's degree doing a trade-based job. But honestly, it's 2017 and we're on our way into 2018. You have to do what will make you happy. So many people go into jobs where they're pushing paper every single day and they hate their lives. They're on salaries that take care of their family, but it means nothing to them because they're miserable. You have to find the lane that is for you and that will make you happy. I'm done preaching, but that's a little bit about me and what I do. I know a lot of people are asking those questions like, what the hell does this girl do? Like, what happened to her degree? That's what happened. I have no intention of changing it anytime soon because I'm so in love with where I am. YouTube is my job. Co-owning my beauty suites is my job. And PS by Brie is my job. If you want to check out any of the work that I do as far as hair goes, I'll link. Hey Nate. Nate is playing music in the background. But if you want to check out any of the hair work that I do, I usually leave it in all of the description boxes, but just check it out down there. It's PS by Brie _ so that you can see my work. I've capitalized on being able to do box braids in record times. Not to toot my own horn, but toot because them joints be lit. So yeah, check that out below. And then also, really quick, I'm going to share 2 books that have really helped me in this transition of coming into my own. The first one is called Fuck It, Do What You Love. And yeah, this book is amazing. I didn't even finish it, but it has some really good points. Self-help books have really helped me throughout this journey. And then another one that I'm finishing up as we speak. I have like 20 pages left, if that, is You Are a Badass. You've probably seen this book if you're on social media at all, but it really is good. Like, you can see all the tabs that I have in it, and yeah, it's just helped me to become okay with where this journey is heading, because y'all know, like, when I was about to graduate and I had that Thanksgiving quarter life crisis video, I really was unsure, and that's part of why, because I was being pulled in like many different directions, and it's all worked out. I'm grateful, I'm happy, I'm looking forward to where things will lead, and I'm so hyped that I finally got this video out because I've been wanting to tell y'all this story forever. Alright. Yes, I feel like so many times I get so caught up in, oh, get this tutorial out for this company at this time, and I'm losing the sight of like, no, these are the things that I want to share with my followers. These are the things that I want to talk about. So yeah, 2018, I promise y'all, I'm going to be coming with more of that, like talking about traveling and how to do it on a budget, talking about how to budget your money and things that have worked for me. Not that I'm an expert in any of these fields, but just things that have worked for me. So I'm just sharing with my fellow person. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. If you like videos like these, let me know. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And most importantly, don't forget to live your life for you, sis. Because when you leave this world, it's going to be just you. So you have to make sure that at the end of the day, you are happy with what you see in that mirror. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.